Hello everyone, welcome to class. This is Siolad International College and today we are going to be looking at basic science for JSS 2. Today's topic will be on bush burning. Bush burning. Good. Definition of bush burning. Bush burning is the act of setting fire on an uncultivated grassland or forest in order to cultivate it. This simply means when bushes or forests are being burnt down, when they are set on fire and they are completely burnt down. Every trees, every grasses, every weeds on that land is completely being burnt down. Good. Practices that influence bush burning. These are the situations or reasons why bushes are being burnt down. They are 1. Monocropping. Monocropping simply means a method of farming which involves planting only one crop on a piece of land. This crop is eventually harvested when they mature and the farmland is cleared and burnt so that another crop can be planted on that land. So this causes bush burning. 2. Crop rotation. Crop rotation simply means a method of farming, of course, in which crops are grown on a land and are rotated periodically within a space of 2 to 5 years. The crops gradually grow and within this period are harvested. Then another set of crops are being planted after that land must have been cleared and burnt. So this crop rotation causes bush burning as well. Number 3, burning of refuse. Burning of refuse simply means when we throw our waste materials away, we throw the rubbishes away, we throw them into maybe bushes or forest, or sometimes uncompleted building that a lot of grasses and trees have grown on them. Now sometimes these refuse, right, when the bush is filled up or is beginning to smell, we tend to burn the bush in order to reduce the waste material and the terrible smell that may be coming out from that place. Now when this is done, it doesn't only burn the refuse, it also burns down the bushes and the forest in that land, and so this causes bush burning. Good. Hunting. Hunting is a situation whereby farmers and hunters go to the forest or the bush in order to be able to hunt and kill animals, either for sale or for consumption. Now, in order to make the hunting easier for them, when these hunters get to the bush, they actually arrange and then they set this bush on fire. While they do that, the smoke from the fire will chase out all the animals from their holes and from wherever they are hiding. And the moment these animals actually start running out, the hunters attack them and kill them. Now, this situation causes bush burning because they will as well burn down all the trees in that area. Good. Number 5, accident. Now, accidents can actually occur to a bush and in such a way that all the trees and the grasses there will be burned down. This can be as a result of maybe a car accidentally, or a lorry, or big trucks accidentally moves into the bush area and then it catches fire. The fire will eventually burn down the forest. Or sometimes some people carelessly throw stubs of cigarettes, haven't finished smoking, into the bush. And when this happens, especially during dry season, when the leaves are very dried and the stems are very dry, the sticks there are dry, it can easily spark fire and that bush will be burnt indiscriminately. Good. Number 6, Construction of roads. Forests are usually cut down and bushes are cleared, right, and burnt in order to prepare for road construction, right? In order for the road to be constructed properly, all those forests, even the stump of the roots, they are being cut down and ensure that the road will be, smooth before they can now construct the road properly. And so this causes also bush burning. Number 7, human settlement. Of course, before human can actually settle in any area or any community, right, that place must have been a bush or a forest before that time. So this forest has to be cleared, trees cut down, and eventually burnt in order for, the settlement to take place, and also for the construction of so many things that will be needed by the people in that community, like the construction of schools, the construction of industries and public places, like the markets, like the health centers and so on. Good. Now we're going to be looking at effect of bush burning. Effect of bush burning. These are the negative impacts of bush burning in the area. Number 1, destruction of wildlife. Wildlife are those wild animals that are found in the forest. In fact, the forest and the bush are their habitat, that's their home. But because of indiscriminate bush burning, these animals are actually destroyed. In the course of burning the bush, some animals die, yes, and some of them will run away in order to be able to find another habitat to live in. And of course, sometimes when some of them are running away, on their way they can actually also accidentally die, or they die of starvation, since all their food are being burnt down, especially those ones that feed on vegetation, on plants. Now this can eventually lead to what we call extinction of these wild animals. And extinction simply means that the animals will no longer be in existence, or if the animals are not extinct, then they will be tending towards extinction, which means that these animals will now become what we call endangered animals or endangered species, which means that they have only a few kinds of them that will be living in that area, and which is not a very good thing. Number 2, erosion. Bush burning can cause erosion. Of course, by burning down the trees, the surface of the ground will be what? Exposed to erosion, and so wind and heavy rainfall can come and wash away the topsoil and leaves the land bare. Number 3, loss of soil fertility. When the surface of the topsoil are being washed away, it will also carry along with it the humus, right? When the land has been burnt and then the land is exposed to erosion, all the humus and the nutrients on the soil will actually be carried away by the wind or the water, and so the soil will reduce the fertility. The soil's fertility will be reduced completely. Number 4, deforestation. Deforestation simply means the cutting down of trees indiscriminately without using that land. Now deforestation haven't burnt down this tree. Of course, it means that the trees, of course, will be removed. The removal of forests, the removal of bushes is what is meant as deforestation. So when these trees are burnt down, definitely the forest will no longer be there, and it is not a very, very good condition for environment. Number 5, agents of decay are destroyed. Agents of decay are destroyed. What are agents of decay? Agents of decay are simply soil organisms like the earthworm, the nematodes, the millipedes, and even some bacteria that are very, very, very influential to the soil fertility. Now, when bushes are being burnt down, these soil organisms also die off, and so they leave that soil, reduced completely or completely depleted of the nutrients. And if any crops are planted on that soil, these crops will not do well. Good. Now we're going to be looking at regulations against bush burning. Regulations against bush burning. The federal government of Nigeria is strongly against the indiscriminate bush burning, right? And because of this, they now set up agencies. They set up agencies in view of this in order to be able to control the indiscriminate bush burning that goes around in the country. And these agencies are: one, National Forest Conservation Council of Nigeria, NAFCON; 2, Federal Environmental Protection Agency, FEPA; 3, Lagos State Environmental Protection Agency, LASEPA. Good. Now, for your assignment, you are going to be writing out for me 3 general functions of the agencies the government have set up to monitor the indiscriminate bush burning. You write out 3 general functions. The functions, what does agency do? Could write them down and send them to my WhatsApp number below. So we are going to be looking at a recap of what we have learned so far today. We have looked at bush burning, that is our topic. We looked at definition of bush burning. We looked at practices that influence bush burning. In short, all the things that causes bush burning. We looked at all of them one by one. Then we also looked at effect of bush burning, where the negative effect or the adverse effect of burning the bushes, what it causes to the land or what it causes to the environment. We looked at it. And finally, we looked at the regulations that the government has put in place, that these bushes should not be burned down indiscriminately. And because of that, in view of that, they set up some agencies. And for your assignment, you are going to write out the functions of these agencies that are set up by the government. Thank you very much. God bless.